In this video, I'm going to show you how to make an EDPuzzle assignment. To get started, you want to make sure that you have logged in already and that you've linked your Google Classroom. There are two ways you can make an assignment in EDPuzzle. The first is you can work on content that you've uploaded yourself, so a video that you've made in Screencastify. The other way that you can make an assignment is by picking a video that already exists in EDPuzzle or YouTube or Khan Academy and adding questions to those videos. I'm going to start with just making a video using content that I uploaded, but the process is the same if I've selected any of these videos and decided to add content to those. So I'm going to click on my content because that's where my Screencastify video is saved. And I'm going to select the video. You'll see that I have the video here and I have a menu in the right lower corner that says Assign, Edit, Duplicate, Delete, and it has a privacy setting. The privacy setting is important. If you don't want people in the EDPuzzle community to see that video that you're going to edit, you want to set it to private. If you want them to be able to see your video and questions, you want to set it to public. So if I wanted to click Assign, this would take the video as it is and assign it to Google Classroom just as it is. So maybe you found something and you just want them to look at that. You'd also use the assign video if you found someone else's video that you liked that already had questions, you reviewed it, you feel that it is a valid video, that the questions are of good quality. You could just assign the assignment as it is, and you can make that an assignment. The next thing you can do is we can edit this video. So we're going to do that. And when you edit the video, you're going to be embedding questions to your video to make it interactive with students. So you'll notice on the left side, I have a menu that says video events. This is going to start to list out any of the questions that I might add to the video. The menu on the top here is how I can manipulate the video. So I can cut the video to make it shorter, I can add a voiceover, and I can embed questions. So to start, I'm going to show you how you can cut your video. So you'll see that you have a black toggle here. And so anywhere you place this black toggle and you click Add Cut, it'll cut your video. And so you now have two pieces that you can manipulate. You might edit your video so that it cuts out a piece of a mistake, or you're just looking to make it shorter. I can select this chunk, and if I wanted to delete it, if I drag these together, you'll see that a little red trash can appeared, and I just deleted that section of the video. And so my new time is now 5 minutes and 17 seconds long. So anywhere that you put this and you click Add Cut, it'll cut your video. The next thing you can do is you can add a voiceover. Now, a warning on the voiceover, if you are using a video from YouTube, you won't be able to add a voiceover to your video because it violates their use policy. The only voiceovers that you can add are to videos that you upload yourself, i.e. if you bring them over from Screencastify or you upload them from your computer that you have saved. So to add a voiceover, I'm just going to click and drag the time toggle to where I want to insert my voiceover. So anywhere that I have this little dot, that's where it'll add the voiceover. So I'm going to click Start Recording. And so it's now adding a recording, and you'll see that it will sort of highlight the section of the recording that this is going over. And so when I add this voiceover, what it's going to do, it's going to mute any of the discussion that's happening in this video, and all students will hear is my voiceover. So that's important to know, that where you want to make sure that you're not covering content that's important to share with your students with your own voiceover. And so now you'll see on the video events that says updated, and you can see that I've added a voiceover, and I can play that back if I want. I can click another spot in the video if I want to add a voiceover there, and I can click Start Recording. And so it's adding a voiceover right now. And so now I have these two. If I don't want them anymore, I can just click Delete. And so I can click back to where it is in the video, and I can sort of rewatch the content and see how that interacts, the voiceover interacts with the video itself. The last thing that I can embed into this video are a series of questions. So you want to have pre-watched your video and have a sense of where you want your questions to go. So to add a question, you can click and drag the time toggle to where you want to insert the question. And you have three things that you can insert. The first one we're going to look at is multiple choice. So multiple choice, you can type your question, and then you can add your answers here. And then once you've added your answers, you can use the toggles here to select which one is correct or incorrect. And you can have multiple things be correct. You can also add another answer choice by clicking the Add Another Answer Choice at the bottom. And then you can select, which ones are correct or incorrect. And then click Save once your question is done. Multiple choice questions will be automatically scored, which is a nice feature. So you can see that I've added a multiple choice question. You'll also notice that on the video, it's updated a little teardrop to show where my question falls in the video. And you can see that my video events is updated. And you can see that I now have a multiple choice question listed there. If I take the time toggle and I drag it forward, I'm going to embed another question. I'm going to embed an open response question, and I'm going to type my question here. And this is just a space where students will be able to type in an open answer, a longer answer. Continue. And again, my video events is updated. And then if I drag this forward, I can add a note. A note is just something that you text that is going to pop up on the side of the video that will draw students' attentions to it. So you might say reminder, reminder, write down this definition. It's something that you can have them use to draw attention to what's happening in the video for students. And so you'll see that I have 3 teardrops, which shows that I have 3 interactive features embedded, or 3 questions embedded. I have this little yellow highlight is my voiceover, but you can see I have a multiple choice, an open-ended question, and a note. So once you're done adding your questions, you can finish. And this is going to save it. And then after you've finished your video, we'll be able to assign it to students. So if I play this, I can get a sense of like what it will look like for students. And so you can see this is what it looks like. Now, for the student port interface, you'll see that they have the option to rewatch a section. And so it'll replay a section of the video for them to answer. And you'll see that there's the skip button, and we can prevent that skip button from presenting itself to students once we assign it. So I'm going to pause this, and now we're going to actually assign this video to students. So I'm going to select the class that I want it to go to, and you'll notice it says prevent skipping. So this prevents students from fast forwarding through the video. They have to go through all the video and answer your questions in order to submit it. When students are watching the video, they are not allowed to navigate away from the tab that the video is playing in. If they do, the video automatically stops. It won't play in the background. So they can't be, they can't be playing a game and have the video audio on in the background. They have to be actively on the tab in order for the video to continue, in order for them to answer the questions. So I'm going to click assign. So if I go to Google Classroom and I look at my stream, you can see that I have the assignment here. And so this is the EDPuzzle assignment for students. And so they can click on it and it'll take them to the assignment. And so if I try to fast forward through, you notice that I can't. I actually have to play it through. I can't advance the time at all. And so that's how you create an assignment in EDPuzzle.